Welcome, day 4 of this trip. Today, we are going to explore Bandelier National Monument. That is like a very short 1.5 mile hiking trail. Not too worried about it with my back, and I know my dad's leg's not that great, but it's a 1.4 mile round trip hike. There's benches along the way. We're gonna take it slow and easy. It's not in a rush or anything. But yeah, we're gonna go do that. After that, we're going to go explore Los Alamos, check out where the atomic bomb was made, maybe see Oppenheimer's house, definitely check out the museum. And then after that, we're going to drive right back into Santa Fe, go to the Cacao House, which is a chocolate house here in Santa Fe that does like specialty chocolate with the green chilies. So I'm really excited to try that stuff. It looks really good there. I know they have a chocolate like flight that you drink that's supposed to be really rich, and super excited to try that. After that, we're going to go to a local grocery store here, try to get some stuff to grill. It's Saturday, and of course, my dad wants to grill, so we're grilling. He's going to grill some stuff out on the grill here in the house in Santa Fe. Try to find some local stuff that we can mix in to eat here for dinner tonight at the house. I know my parents want to stay in tonight because it's so beautiful here. But then after that, I think Ariel and I might go out downtown, get a couple beers, try to check out that cinema that we didn't make it to last night, and then get up early for the drive tomorrow because we're going to be going to Colorado Springs. But that's it for right now. I'll update you as we make our way to Bandelier. Ariel, you say hi?
Hi. Hi. Hi.
We'll see you there. Just got to Bandelier, or kind of to Bandelier. We're at the White Rock Visitor Center. Have to get a shuttle here before you go into Bandelier. So we're gonna pop in a visitors center and see what's up. All right, a lot of cool information in this visitor center, and they have a bunch of stuff about Oppenheimer, of course, because of the movie. And this is where everything really went down. I need to find somewhere to get that popcorn right there. Definitely gotta try that. Maybe go home with some green chilies. That'd be tight. More history about the area over here. This is really cool. It tells you the geographic layout of Los Alamos area. You see we're right there. And then Los Alamos Canyon. We're gonna be following this area this afternoon today. But yeah, we're waiting on the shuttle right now. Let's take a look at this map. So we're at White Rock Bandelier right now, which is right there. And there's Los Alamos, which we're gonna go to after. So, all right, just waiting on the shuttle. Ooh, look at all of this stuff from the Trinity test. That's so cool. All right, let's go catch this bus.
We need it, but we do because we have too much crap.
All right, here we are, Bandelier National Monument Visitor Center. Ariel and I are gonna go in, take a look real quick before we get started on this hike.
Excited.
Let's go in.
I'm fine enough.
So the big thing here at Bandelier is to climb the ladders into the longhouses to go see the cave dwellings of the ancient people. You have to hike the mile trip first, and then it's an additional mile, I think.
1.2 and then an additional mile.
And then an additional mile. If Ariel's doing it, I'm doing it. I'm making room. But yeah, we're in the visitor center, so let's look around. So this is the hike that we're going to do, the main loop trail.
That's an additional.
And then there is the additional half mile up Frijoles Creek, Bean Creek. This is what we're going to see on this hike. So in true Gonzalez fashion, my parents didn't tell us where they were, so we were waiting in the wrong spot for them. It looks like they're waiting right here by the trailhead, and we're going to be probably left behind on this trip. But here we go. Let's get it started. Wow, that's incredible. So we're talking about volcanoes here because this whole canyon was carved out by the volcano here at Bandelier that erupted over 1 million years ago. And it spewed over 600 times more lava than Mount St. Helens did when it erupted in 1980. And then my dad here was telling me a story about whenever they went to Hawaii. After that last major eruption, they were able to see some of the destruction or stuff that happened because of it, and some of the gift shops and stuff that they visited were no longer there because of that eruption. So just crazy that this whole canyon was carved out by that volcanic eruption over 1 million years ago.
We were half a mile away. It was all lava that froze, and the gift shop and stuff got blocked in way off there.
Oh wow!
They lost all that.
And that was the volcano in Hawaii.
Yeah, that volcano. Remember you called me that time?
Yeah, and then you guys went and saw it right before.
She saw it. I didn't.
And then what was?
And Jeannie went all the way to the gift house. Now, when I went back, you were half a mile away from that. That's as far as you could go, and it was still smoking. And
then what was that? A couple months, and then it erupted again, or this was?
No, this was after the major
eruption.
That it took all that land and all that. But when I went, it was already hard. When we went, I think her graduation is when we finally went up there. We went twice. But when they took me, we could only they made an onlook, and that's as far as you could go. And you're seeing it like half a mile away. And they said that's the store. That's where we were at. And they lost all that land.
Oh wow.
And then, like I said, it was still hard already. You couldn't walk in there, but it was still smoking. It was like a year or two after.
So I downloaded the National Parks guided tour, and it's basically, I wish it was an audio tour, I could just play it, but it has little stops along the way. You can just read about it. So it's just a quick read, just kind of gives you information of what exactly you're looking at. And first impressions of this giant hole in the ground might be that you would think is a well or some ways to store water or food. But really what I read about was that this whole top would have been covered. It would have been a sunken in like dwelling, and then over in the corner you can kind of see the little cutout where they would have had a ladder as an entrance, and then this is where the room where it happens. This is where they made all decisions, important religious things, all kind of basically a meeting house, a clubhouse here built into the ground. All right, let's continue. So looking around us here, this is the remnants of a village that was here called Kewaunee. The Kewaunee people lived here. Their houses would have been 2 stories high. There's a lot of vegetation that grew around here, different kind of berries and fruits that they would pick and grow throughout this lush landscape down here. But all that's left here are just these little remnants of what once was. And you can see up on the mountain up high, there's people down in those up in the cliff dwellings, and right there is where people would have lived here as well as both up there too. And it was more of like a challenge, I guess, to kind of figure out what was going to be best for your life. So I think I remember hearing that there was kind of a social hierarchy as far as like going into living up in the cliff dwellings versus living down here. I'm not 100% accurate on that. I have to do some more research. Let's keep walking. Taking a look here at the village, this is what the village would have looked like before it was excavated, and what you see now, it would have looked very lush and green like it is now. Looking at the cliff dwellings up there, I did read that these cliff dwellings were all carved out of basalt, which is a very hard, dense rock. So they would have worked the basalt into some kind of tool, attached it, and then that's what they would have used to carve
these dwellings up here. And even though the rock is still soft, we'll see here in a little bit just how big some of these caverns are, and the fact that they did this with just basically a stone. You ready to keep walking?
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it. So looking at these cliffs, we see that there's a lot of holes kind of just stuck in there. Oh man, I'm already a little out of breath. Let's walk down here and take a look at some more of these holes. I love this little crevasse here. But basically this would happen because of wind and water erosion. The rock here, very permeable, so it soaks in a lot of that water. That water freezes because of the temperature, and then that's how we get these giant cracks and holes. These were not carved in, but they were created by erosion. All right, so we're coming up on the first little cliff dwelling. Now this is a reconstruction. This is what it would have looked like though. This is 1900s is when they reconstructed this, but this is a glimpse of what it would have been like here. They said that there were some people that did live in here, but for the most part they were food storage for the people that lived down underneath. Nice little house. Yeah. Right here you can really see how green and lush that valley is down there, which is why these people picked to live here and set up here, because there was so much vegetation and stuff to okay, go, I'm right behind you. Yeah, hold on. This lush green area is why they would have picked this area to live, but also in the mountaintops up there you see a dry desert climate. There were people that lived up there as well, so it's really kind of just pick your poison of what you wanted. And this is just such a beautiful view right here of that green lush contrast with that brown harshness. All right, let's get up into this first cave. All right, so we made it to
Live from cave.
live from cave. We made it to our first little ladder cave here. You can see on the top it is black. Now that's not naturally occurring. They do have to get in here and smoke these caves out sometimes, which causes that blackness that you see up here. And that's just to remove graffiti and things like that happen over time, unfortunately, with people that visit. Oh my gosh, I still huffing.
Really?
Yeah. And you can see this concrete that was put in here. That's not naturally occurring as well, but that is protecting these caves, because if people visiting the park were to come and they weren't concrete, you can see
They just wear it down.
they wear down. You can see the damage already where concrete has fallen out and there's been damage. All right, we're gonna catch our breath. I'm gonna catch my breath and get out of this cave and on to the next one. But take a look at that view out of this cave. Beautiful. Let's begin our descent here. Quite a narrow descent. Here, it's treacherous.
Not vlog the whole way down.
I won't. I just want to get a good view around this little cutout here. All right, let's get down there. These steps are so narrow. Luckily, you can hold the railing, but yeah, if they didn't have a railing here, this would not be great.
I'm still scared.
But also, even though they do have a railing, it's sitting out in the baking sun, and although there is no humidity, it's probably temperature-wise pretty hot, and it feels great in the shade. This metal bar really catches the sun, and oh boy, look at another narrow. Oh man. Oh, they're my parents. They made it. They're way over there in the corner. There is hope. There's an out. It is tight. I don't know. Oh, this is real narrow. That's not a bad drop. You won't die. So we're stopping right here. Take a look at these little stone boxes here. These once stood very tall, and there were walls kind of guarding this area because this was a longhouse. And if you look up here, you will see the linear holes on the walls. Those were where support beams would have been put to put the roof on this longhouse that once stood here. So just kind of cool that you can still see these holes that were carved out hundreds of years ago. They said thousands of years ago. The last reported that there were people living in here were the 1500s. So it was well over 500, 1,000 years ago that this stuff would have been carved into the wall, the face of the wall here. And you can see this cliff just goes way up there. So beautiful. Taking a break, enjoying the peace and quiet. We did meet some nice people. Some
park pals.
Some park pals. Another spinal injury person who is walking this trail. So this trail is very accessible, and that's what we were just talking about, how many people are able to access this trail that wouldn't have access to a trail lay to be able to see the things you can see on this trail. Mainly because it's paved for the most part, and it's a little rocky here. But you got railings and things, benches to assist people as you make this short little trail that has just so much stuff to look at. So let's keep walking. Hopefully we can get to that big long house, that long ladder that we got to crawl in. Should be fun. So we stopped here on the trail because if you look closely, you can see some petroglyphs up there. One looks possibly like a snake. I can't really tell what the other are, but you see the petroglyphs as well as the linear holes a little bit more visible here. That you can see where they would have put that roof to protect them and live actually up here. And then here's some more petroglyphs of a bird feet kind of walking. You see them right there as well. Looks like there might be some more up here, so we'll keep our eyes peeled. It's hot in the sun. So I feel like an idiot. I just finally got that all these holes go along the whole trail that we've been walking, because this was the longhouse. The house was the length of this trail, and that's where they would have put the support beams for the roof. All right, so if you notice here under the glass, you have the petroglyphs to protect them. It just looks like some drawings of some mountains. So it looks like we are making our descent. I guess we missed that cut off for the trail for the super big long ladder, but we're gonna make this in the shade now, going down a little bit lower. I think we're circling back to the beginning of the trailhead, and then we're gonna head on to Los Alamos, go learn about the atomic bomb. All right, we'll see you at the end. Update, we did find this, and you can see right behind me, it is a half-mile trail to the base of the alcove, 140-foot vertical ascent. Via ladders and stairs are required to enter the alcove. Those with health problems or fear of heights should not attempt to climb. I have a little bit of health problems. Ariel has a fear of heights, but we're gonna do it anyways. Go give the camera to them. We don't need the camera. We're gonna do this with my phone. I got this fanny pack that I can store the tripod in as we climb up, but we're gonna get this. We made it to the alcove house. Ariel, tell us about the alcove house.
According to new research, I'm just going to read this sign right here.
Go ahead.
Okay. According to new research, they think that it was not used just for ceremonial purposes, but it may have been another cliff dwelling home up in the rocks. And it says that living 140 feet up the canyon wall, serving as a community lookout may be an advantage or not. Imagine that daily commute.
Ah,
Eh.
lulz. All right, we're gonna make this ascent here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pack all my my little gimbal here, my phone away. I do not want to be doing this one-handed, and then we'll film when we get to the top. Show you the view here. Should be fun. You ready, Ariel? Here we go. We made it, and boy, was that a trek. I'll have to show you some videos, get some videos on the way down of how big these stairs are. So proud of Ariel. She went up it, came down. There were tears shed. She pushed through though. She got through it. I'm so proud of her because look at this view out here. Absolutely incredible. Just a little alcove cut out into the side of this mountain. And yeah, we're gonna chill up here and rest, get ourselves together for the way back down. Should be interesting, but we made it up here. We made it up here. I'm proud we made it up here. Feels great. And now for the way back down. All right, we'll see you at the bottom. So a little bit more of a view from this area, this little alcove that was cut out. This right here is the kiva, just like the one we saw at the very beginning of our hike that was used for ceremonial purposes. But you can see here this little plaque that just tells us this ceremonial chamber was excavated in 1908. Almost perfectly preserved specimens of matting, red corn, and other material were found. The upper walls and the roof had been reconstructed, and the 2 rows of holes in the floor may have held a weaving loom, anchors, or supports for screens. You can see there it is right there. And there's really not much to this alcove here. It is just literally a hole in the wall. And there's Ariel catching her breath. You can see all the people working up their courage to get down here, or get up here actually. But just breathtaking views. I'm glad we had a great clear day today and not too hot. Almost no humidity here, which I absolutely love. In the shade you can actually feel cooled off from your sweat. It's not sucking in that moisture when it's so humid. All right, we're about to make our way down here in a minute. Make sure Ariel's ready to go. Back down to the ground, to the trail. We are 1.1 miles away from the visitor center.
Hands are burning.
Hands are burning.
Throats are burning. Need some water.
Need some water, need some drink, need some food. We're gonna go explore Los Alamos. My phone's about to die because I've been filming all day. So I'm not gonna film anymore. I mean, we're just got a short little trail walk back to the visitor center, then a bus ride back to our car, and then we're off to Los Alamos. So I'll keep you filled in. Ariel, what do you think?
First and last time climbing up ladders on a mountainside. I'm retiring.
It was 140 foot ascent in the beating sun, and the sun was making everything, the railings, the ladder, all hot. So, but I'm so happy that we did it. I'm so proud of Ariel. She went up that first ladder that was super hot, came back down, was in tears, got her courage up, and got all the way to the top and all the way back down. So amazing. All right, we'll see you at Los Alamos. Or earlier, I don't know. Bye.
We're here at the visitor center. Looks like the National Park side is closed. See if we can go over here. The Alamo side's open.
They were the ones that got off at the park explosion.
All right, we got to Los Alamos later than we thought. Bandolier really took it out of us. But we got to Los Alamos Visitor Center in time. We're going to do the Oppenheimer film tour. Might do this from the car because there's a lot of walking. We're going to kind of do it kind of quick. It's really just seeing a statue of Oppenheimer, seeing his house. I mean, you can only just look at it. They can't go in it or anything. But let's go.
All right, we found the Oppenheimer statue. It's Cillian Murphy. I think they did a pretty good job with casting for that one. This guy's supposed to be Matt Damon. I forget the guy's name. Whoever Matt Damon played in the movie, not as accurate. There they are. So this is the Fuller House. It's a pretty big building. This was used it was built in the 20s, but specifically during the Manhattan Project, when all the scientists were here. This was used for various events. Some people lived in this dining hall, that kind of thing. So this is that. It's a pretty huge building. Okay, this is the Oppenheimer house here. Gonna try to go to the front. There it is. Sitting outside the Oppenheimer house. There it is. I'm probably gonna pop back in the car and head back to Santa Fe. Maybe we'll see what we find along the way. Okay, we're out here at the Los Alamos main gate. It's a recreation of what it would have looked like when the Manhattan Project was going on here. Pretty cool. I think now it's a bathroom, but it's a nice little nod to the way that it would have been back then.
We are here at Kakawa House. There's Ariel. I actually filmed this part earlier before we walked in when there was no one in this parking lot, but I forgot to press record, so I was just talking to no one. Look at this setup. I love those green chilies here, the red chilies just hanging out. Kakawa House is known for their sipping chocolate and all of their sweet chocolates. Since I'm filming this already after we tried the chocolate, our favorite is the goat cheese with the sage sugar on top. It's amazing. I could eat 40 of those things. Super small, light, not too rich. That sage sugar really balances out, gives it a little crunch. Overall, we loved Cacao House. It's hard to give this a rating because it is just a chocolate house. It's nothing more, but it is definitely a great stop in Santa Fe because of the sipping chocolate. Never had sipping chocolate. I guess hot chocolate maybe counts as sipping chocolate, but this blows that out of the water. Alright, so first review over my chocolate. It's good.
And then we'll split.
It's good. I mean, it's chocolate. It's chocolate.
Is it rich?
It's rich. It's dark. I could probably eat about 5 of them. Just pop them in my mouth. Yeah.
It's complex.
This drink is complex. It has a lot of flavors going on.
But also like some bitter notes.
The whipped cream is good, and the chili, it kind of cuts down on its spice. The chili was I didn't like the straight up kind of just the Mayan 3 ounce. You can really feel that chili burning your throat. They gave us a little sample cup of that chili chocolate and sipping chocolate, and just drinking that little sample, I felt my throat burning. I was like, there's no way I can get 3 ounces of this. But mixing that chili with the regular American, I feel like it's really good. You still get that chili flavor, but it balances that cold where you don't get that chili coating your throat.
Got the chili
And the whipped cream. I'm glad I usually don't go for whipped cream on drinks,
You needed it.
but you need it for this.
Try it. Gil pie.
Alright, what do you feeling?
That process it. Oh, really good.
Yeah.
It's good. And save.
You taste the goat cheese? Was
It's
it
like
there?
barely there. You can taste it like, you know how goat cheese is like sharp?
Yeah.
You can kind of taste that like on the back end of it. It's really good.
What about
This is like crunchy on top.
what is that?
I get sage mixed with sugar.
The YouTube.
It's really good.
Nice. So yeah, we got this. We also got a chocolate chip cookie that I think my mom got. Probably gonna eat that later after dinner. We're all starving. We pretty much skipped lunch and do hikes today and see things. So we are super hungry. My dad wants to grill, so we're gonna pick up some stuff at the store on the way out of town here. Hit back to the Airbnb, grill, all need showers for sure. So yeah, we are gonna do that, and we'll see you probably at the house.
We're not filming at the grocery store.
I don't know. What if something
We're not
cool?
filming at the
If something cool happens in the grocery store, I'm gonna film. And then I'm gonna film. All right.
Yeah.
Peace. Knew there was gonna be stuff to film here. Take a look at these chicken breasts that are ready to go. We have a smoky jalapeno tequila, a carne asada, citrus lemon. We actually ended up with the whoa. I think my gimbal has had enough for today. Dying. We got the Hatch green chili, and we have the rosemary, which we're gonna get, and then the carne asada, and then we're gonna throw. No, that's it. Thank you. You too. And we are going to throw those on the grill when we get back. Mix it with some salad. All right, so we just got done at the grocery store. We just chaos ran it. We're so hungry, and we're just throwing everything in the cart. I think we finally figured out what we're gonna do. Fingers crossed, the grill actually has propane in it. We didn't check before we left this morning. We're just hoping that our Airbnb lady made sure it had propane. So we'll see back at the house. Kick it off.
All right. It's been a long day. We had dinner here at the Airbnb, chilled out on the porch, and now we are ready to go to bed because we got another long day tomorrow. Gonna get up about 6 a.m. and head to Colorado Springs to Garden of the Gods and meet up with Rich's sister, Ray. And then, I don't know, we'll see where the day takes us. But for now, signing off, gonna head to bed. Bye.
Peace.